Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, my name is Brad. This is my channel Animate Orange, where I build a lot of 3D metal models and show you how I do it. Today on the table, another Metal Earth Legends. Today we have the Joker holding up his little playing card. It's another Metal Earth Legend, so built several of those. They're all pretty similar in construction, just usually a difference in what they're holding in their hand or whether or not they have a hat, hair, or cape. Let's open this up and see what's inside and put it together. Another Metal Earth Legends, this time the Joker. Built several of these Legends before, they're all pretty similar. Let's open this up. Probably got just one sheet. One colorful sheet all about the Joker. And one set of instructions. We open this up. Blank on the back, filled in on the front, because it's really not a ton to it. So I'm going to fold it in half. Real quickly go over Metal Earth Legends line drawing of the model. Here's the one sheet. All the parts are numbered so you can find them on the sheet as you're going through the assembly flowchart. A sample part with a notation of the fold lines, insertion holes, insertion tabs. We've got the blue circle and green triangle. Blue means to insert a tab and fold it over, as shown here. Green means to insert and twist a tab, as shown here. We have the QR code. We have the QR code for the 360 view as well as the web address. And then down here we have the start to the assembly flowchart. Pretty simple. You start with part 1. You shape it as shown. Jump up here. Finish shaping. And just add in other parts and their sub-assemblies. Build the model. Just follow the arrows. Put things together. Really not too complicated. You get halfway down, you jump down to this quarter, pick up here, continue on, and then this quarter, finish off, put everything together, and you're done with your Joker model. Pretty simple. Let's take a moment to talk about the tools that I use. This is my standard set that I use in most every build. I have long needle nose pliers and flat nose pliers, useful for a variety of different things. I have flush clippers that I use to cut the parts off the trees. It makes it quick and easy. And then I have some precision tweezers, one with a very pointed end, one that's had the pointed end ground down slightly, and one with a flat, sort of curved end. Great for getting into curved areas. And then I have a standard set of tweezers with an angled tip. These come in one of the Iconics models, and I love them and use them a lot. Peek at the directions real quick. We've got our one sheet. We've got some basic tools to get us started. The flowchart's pretty simple. The hard part is getting everything shaped and attached together. Let's get started and build a little Joker figure. The way this arm comes together is somewhat similar to the way Superman's arms were constructed, except that with Superman you didn't have to completely form the hand. With Joker, you do. Getting that one slot over the two tabs is a small stretch, but doable. I bent part 3 as much as I did to be able to fit it into its area and sort of unfold it over the tabs. To get that last tab into place, I could have perhaps started with that tab, but I didn't notice it at first. Or undo the tab on the curved over shoulder section, open that curved part up a little bit, and push it back over both tabs simultaneously, which is what I did. Shaping the legs is a bit of guesswork. Don't take a lot of time trying to bend all the angles perfectly, just get the general shape. You'll spend time adjusting that shape as you assemble sections together later. Be sure, however, that you at least bend the front triangle section in a little.
To attach the legs, I start by getting one of the upper tabs in place and lightly twisting it. Then I get the other upper tab in place and lightly twist it. I will come back later and untwist and fold these tabs over. Then I wrap the feet up and around the tabs and bend them over. Sometimes I find it helps to bend the tab down slightly to line it up with its slot when swinging the piece into place. I sort of got ahead of myself here. I should have built and added the head before attaching the back piece, but luckily it will not be that hard to fix later. For the back, I started at the top and worked my way down one tab at a time. The first few I sort of do as pairs going down the back, but once I get past the hips, I focus on one leg and then the other. Before finishing off the last two tabs of the legs, I bend the last flap down a little so it will match up when the tabs are attached and folded. Now to twist and fold over any lightly twisted tabs. It's at this point I realize my mistake with not attaching the head, so I just unbend the two tabs and open the top up. I often find that I need to stretch the top portion of the head a little so the back piece will fit between the tabs. And now to add in the card. Be sure to not only get the tab in place, but to get the card down into the slot between the fingers in the hand. I decided I did not like the tab holding the card on to be twisted. I folded it up instead.
And the Joker is all finished. Comes together very much like the other Legend models, especially the legs and the body and this arm. A lot of the models are just very almost identical in the steps to coming together. This arm quite a bit different, somewhat similar to Superman's, but then you've got the card. Now, this guy took me about an hour to put together. They're not difficult models. They are some of the easier models from Metal Earth, and they're a good, decent place to get started. It is challenging getting all the tabs to line up, but once you get the feel for it and a good process of how to put it together, these are not difficult builds, and they come together fairly quickly, and you've got a neat little caricature to put on your shelf. They are a little bit odd looking. Honestly, they're made out of sheets of metal, so considering that, the angles and shape of it is pretty good. The head, a little bit squarish, could be worse. I think they've done a pretty decent job of giving it some shape without making it really difficult to put together. And honestly, if you look at some of the other caricatures on the market, you know, like those big vinyl caricatures who have the really oversized heads, is this all that different from what's already out there? It kind of follows in the same line. And you make it yourself. So for the crafty people, this is so much more fun than buying just a plain old vinyl model in a box to just open up and put on your shelf and that's it. This can have a story behind it, a build behind it, an experience behind it, something that you did and you put together and you made yourself, something to be proud of. I'll leave it at that. If you have any questions or comments, as always, feel free to leave them down below. If you enjoy these build videos, consider becoming a supporter on Patreon. There's a link in the description down below and at the end of this video. As always, thank you for watching and keep on keeping on.